Tap, tap, tap. Did you guys get to see that pre-recorded crap show? All that stuttering and blah blah this and blah blah that and making up people that don't exist. So we're going to break it down, but I need you to tap, tap, tap. The receipts are receipting. And if Big Joe keeps saying nothing's true, but why are you so pressed if it's not true? Number one. And number two, why aren't I being sued? Do you want to have a face-to-face meeting, Big Joe? I'll come down there because we know you can't fly down. I can fly down first class and we can have a face-to-face meeting if you seem to want to have all this stuff you want to say and all this energy. Do you want to have a face-to-face communication? Because I can fly down there and see you. Please tap the screen. Tap, tap, tap. Please tap the screen. Change the background. It's hard to see. Okay. How about that? You're welcome. So, we have heard from the most delusional person on this earth. I am completely convinced, and you guys heard the video. Your icon got on here and said that the reason why the BET Awards had such high ratings was because of the anticipation of Charles and him being there. Not Netta took the live down. Netta took the live down, or am I being trolled? Did he actually take it down? So let me say this. Big Joe, I seen a screen recording of Big Joe saying that the reason why the BET Music Awards had such high ratings is because the anticipation of him and Charles going there, not because of Usher. So I'm literally, please continue to tap the screen. And tapping the screen and giving roses protects the live. If y'all really want me to cut up, I need you to tap the screen and give penny gifts so that I can really cut up, because that's what TikTok is about. I really want to cut up. But I can't cut up like that because he's got his haters in here if you're not tapping the screen and stuff, because I will cut up today. Thank you for tapping the screen. So let me discuss. Let me ask my true supporters. Let me ask my supporters that are in here. Wouldn't we all like to have that level of delusion in our bank accounts that Big Joe has in his mind? Wouldn't we love to have that Delulu thought process as we looked at our bank statements in our accounts. When we want to have that type of delulu mind, we would just be like, wow, $30,000. I got $300 million in the bank. Oh, y'all can't touch me. I got $300 million in the bank. From what people shared with me and showed me about Big Joe and radio, he says that people was telling him not to talk, not to say nothing, not to talk, not to say nothing, and that his 15 minutes of fame ain't up. So we know I had a live earlier today, and my live was your 15 minutes of fame is up. So we know that Big Joe and his big cock cross eyes are watching the live. We know that. And I hope to God that he can hear me loud and clear. Please tap the screen, guys. It's going to protect the live. Bill Cosby, I'm going to triple down for you. You don't have no money. You are delusional. You need to be put in a straitjacket. You need to go to the doctor and have them surgically restructure your whole face and clean your nasty, bumpy ass. You need to go and get on medication that will help you mellow out your psychiatric problems. You really seem to not remember where you came from. I knew it wouldn't be too long because they tell you about leopards. They don't lose their stripes. And see, we knew you weren't being genuine when you said, I'm done with this. I'm done with this. I'm not being mean. I'm not being nasty. I'm not this. I'm not that. Not 2 hours later, 2 days later, 3 days later, here you go with your delusions. Just as you are delusional, and you're hearing it from me. Thank you. Continue to tap the screen. Charles is not attracted to you. Not one person in here that's in 900 people in this room, do they believe Charles looks at you and he gets aroused. Charles does not look at you and get aroused. I promise you. What Charles is doing is when you fall asleep, he sneaks out to that Caucasian lady's house down the street who we all seen pictures of. That's what he's doing. Because you're not getting the job done. You're not getting the job done. So when he tells you, I'm going out to go get this and go get that, he's going to get it in. He's having what we call quickies. He's going and giving her a quickie, and then he comes back, and then he goes in his game room after checking in and letting you know he back. Now, we already know that radio's nasty. Anytime a grown man can sit up on his funky ass and not want to take a bath after sleeping in his clothes in the hotel room, and then he want to get up and go to the Shell gas station to get a one of them damn twigs to roll up that you know what. See, you're really, really, really delusional, Big Joe. And you are telling these people, everybody lying on you. If we're lying on you, sue us. If you got all this money you claim you got, sue us. Come on live with me, and I'll go on live. We'll find a neutral, independent party. And you want to claim you got all this money? You ain't got a dime. You couldn't even count the amount of money I got. You couldn't even get out of that hotel. But see, what you don't realize, Big Joe, is you are under active investigation. And you know why. You know exactly why. And it has to do with Walmart and Walgreens. And why are you trying to talk about something that happened 20 years ago with me? Why aren't we talking about all those EIN numbers you and your manager has concocted? Now, we know about EIN numbers. We know about people who have EIN numbers and what they be doing. Okay? We know what you do with them EIN numbers. And what's so important is that you took 2 days to come up with absolutely horseshit. You did nothing but ramble. You didn't talk about details, absolutely nothing. You just rambled for nothing. You wasted time. And what you need to understand, Big Joe, you met your match. You have met your match. We yet to see anything that you say come to reality. It's only in your head. It's all in your head. It's all in your head, Big Joe. Just like those Louis, just like that 5,000-pound chain you got on Charles' neck and your neck, just like you was buying that $1 million house, just like you have your own liquor, just like you coming out with your own seasonings, just like you went and bought these hot tubs that nobody else seemed to can buy. That's your problem. You sit on your bumpy ass, spitting out lies 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. I told you your time is up. And if I have to come to your face and tell you face to face your time is up, I will tell you, just like I called your stupid ass and told you what I wanted to tell you. And I didn't hide myself. You then got back home, Big Joe, and you have gotten your little Social Security check because it's the 3rd of the month. And we all know when you get a little money in your pocket, because TikTok pays on every Wednesday. TikTok pays creators every Wednesday. And we know your SSI check was on deck, and we know TikTok check was on deck. So that's why you came on bragging. You had your little TikTok money and your little SSI money. So now you want to come on bragging. And so what I will tell you, Big Joe, I seen your post saying that I look like Samuel Jackson nephew. Let me tell you what you look like. Are you ready? You look like something I would go sit in the toilet and push out of my stomach for about 5 minutes and flush down the commode. You look like somebody's worst enemy. You look like somebody that should be pent up against the wall and have 50 firing squads unload. You look like you need to go find a real job. Those are just a few things you look like. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. You look like you need to let Charles go. Charles doesn't want you. You need to let that man go. Please rescue Charles. Somebody save Charles. This man here is holding him hostage. Let him go. He don't want you, Big Joe. He don't want your little shrimp. He not want no shrimp, Big Joe. He want Hello Kitty. He want that wet, something that you can't do. He want that Hello Kitty. He don't want that little shrimp. Okay, Nestle Crunch. Sitting there looking like Judge Maybelline Ingram from divorce court and Colonel Crunch. And you got enough nerve to talk about somebody. Sitting there looking like Holiday Heart's grandmama and uncle and auntie all at the same family reunion. I don't know which one is which. You all triplets. So we know that you sent your little icons in here. I see them. They trying to do what they do. They trying to activate for Holiday Heart. They trying to do they 1-2 for you. And that's the real funny thing. What's so funny, Holiday Heart, is this, that if you worried about your own medical issues instead of trying to attack other people, because I don't have veneers. There's nothing wrong with Hillary's face. I don't need anything done to my body, but you do. You better get your underarms looked at. It seems like we figured out where that triple BBL was taking place at Goals. They went under your arms instead of to your butt. They went under your arms for that triple BBL instead of going down to your behind. That's where the triple BBL was performed. Under your arms. Thank you. Continue to tap the screen, guys. And so, I will say this to you. Until you do what you say, you said, I'm suing her for defamation of character. And let me tell you again, you were detained. Handcuffs was put on you. They even searched your wig. And if you knew what them officers had to say about you, and if you forgot what they looked like, Big Joe, let me show you. Let me show you what the officers look like, so in case you forgot. Let me show you, see if this jolts your memory. If these two jolt your memory. Does these two jot your memory, Big Joe? Does these Los Angeles police officers help you remember you of anything? You see how he's smiling and looking? If you knew what these officers had to say about you, it wasn't nothing nice. Nothing nice at all, Big Joe. But the real interesting thing is, let's get back to your delusions. Let's get back to your delusions. Why didn't you go live? Why didn't you go live, Big Joe, at the event? Even though you weren't permitted in, why didn't you go live? You go live every chance you get. Why, of all places, there you didn't go live? Why didn't you hit that live button, Big Joe? You didn't go live because that small WWE wrestling outfit you had on had to be cut up the back, and it was shredding like that string cheese you cook with, and you cut up in that soup lasagna that you be making, and that soup fettuccine. They said they didn't know if you had on a dress or tassels with a tassel dress, how that dress was tasseled up and cut up in the back. You couldn't get in that dress, and they couldn't have you no better type of outfit to put on. And why are you lying, talking about the reason why you left the BET Awards was because your feet was hurting? Well, we know them big bare feet can't fit in no women's clothes, in no women's shoes. You got a size 22 feet trying to wear a size 12. What did you expect? Did you not expect that your feet would hurt? Like, what are you, like, let's be real. Your feet was sitting there trying to bust out them shoes like them crescent rolls you pop open to cook with. That's how your feet was trying to get released. When you twisted them crescent rolls to pop them out that box, they was trying to get out to run. And you sit up there and putting sugar on fried pork chops. You can't cook, and you hearing it from me. You can't even kind of cook, Big Joe. What you should have been doing, instead of thinking up and spitting up lies, was just simply telling the truth. Everybody is aware that PR people posted on Twitter that your manager was trying to get tickets at the last minute, and that it had nothing to do with this imaginary person who you made up. Who do you think you fooling? You're not fooling TikTok. You may be fooling your followers, but TikTok knows exactly who you are. You are a lying sack of bumpy ass shit, Big Joe. Tap the screen. Tap the screen, you guys. Throw some gifts. Throw some gifts. Tap the screen. Thank you. Thank you. See, 1 + 1 = 2. But in your delusional mind, it equals 9. And that's why I'm going to tell you. Your time is up, Big Joe. Everybody knows it. Even you know it. You can make up every excuse in the world. But stay tuned. Stay tuned. And what you're going to find out is radio. Hillary's ready. Radio. Hillary's ready. And I got something for you. Charles, your lunch is ready. I only cook for you. Charles, these bumps are ready. And I got the dessert too. This is for my haters that's coming for me. You gotta back off, Miss Netta. You don't want this disease. I'm tired of these haters coming for me. I'm looking for somebody I can go in the studio and drop this beat. Anybody in here that can drop a beat with music, a mixer, hit me up in my DMs. I want to drop a beat. We'll be back in about an hour and a half to 2 hours, and we will chop it up some more. Thank you for the gifts, everybody. I'll be back.